So this is the shelter I have for the winter, my carport, and it's the multi-purpose shelter. You can see I've got everything from garbage cans, barbecues, more garbage cans, and then I have all of my seed stuff that I'm gonna start doing my cleaning, get them all cleaned up and ready for the spring, and organized and strategized and so on. In the meantime, I'll deal with something else, which, a little bowl of Cheerios. Got to deal with that. I have two little critters here that are going to try to take my Cheerios. I might have to just concede a few of them, but I'm going to head out to the chicken coop. And we'll talk out there. It's drizzling out. It's not raining bad, but it's kind of one of those days where I just want to be outside for a little bit because it's just some fresh air and sunshine. Of course, not much sunshine. That's the fake owl. We've got the garden beds, set up for the winter. Hold on, let me take care of these critters. There you go. Keep that. They'll come in here probably. So these beds are now turned. This is set with garlic. Got some stuff growing in there. I think that's probably weed coming through. We'll see. More beds ready for next spring. Got the chicken tractor over here. I'm parked on one of the beds. I periodically will put some chickens in here. They've been tearing up the stuff that was growing in there. I didn't pull it. Peppers are finally dead. We had a frost. We got some new chickens. They're running around a lot right now. I came out because I noticed this one was running around, and I don't know, maybe she's just got the zoomies. It's almost as if that's the case, although the two of them like to hang out together. They're new. I've only had them about a week. They seem to be palling around. But the honey over here, the Buff Orpington, was following it. And I thought, well, either it's got some food that the Buff Orpington wants, and then I thought, well, maybe I should go check, make sure they have food. So I'll do that in the course of this little tour. So, garden beds coming out, chicken tractor. Let me walk over here for a second because I can get a good view from here. Actually, I can get around the gate too. So, back here, actually, let me walk this way for a second because I'm doing this video to help somebody understand something I'd like to do, and maybe they'll be able to help me. I have over here an RV. I mean, put it in perspective, that's a small utility trailer right in front of it. It's not a very big RV. It's got a standard 2-inch wall. And I'd like to move that RV down through where this grass is over here. And there's nothing over here, there's no obstruction. So you can get it back here. And then when I get back here, to turn to the left and be able to park my camper in an area that I've semi-flattened out. You can see I've got the landscape fabric down here. I pulled up 2 garden beds over here. That can be moved, obviously. And I'd like to put the RV kind of in this area someplace, meaning I think 4 foot in from there and 4 foot back from this, and park it there. Level spot, put some stones down to put the wheels on, or some plywood or something, I don't know, and then just park it. The space over here, there's room behind here. To give an idea, this pad is 11 feet coming out from the base of the house, and then maybe another 11 feet over here. I'm going to go out past here and then look back so we can see. There you go. So it would be a matter of coming down by the pooches here and just swinging a turn over to there. The only catch I have is that the vehicle that I had access to has a very long wheelbase, and that could be the trigger for making some of the turns here. I plan on leveling this out as best I can. I'll pull the black plastic up for this and then level it and then put it back, plastic back down, then put the RV on top. And like I said, maybe some flagstone or something like that under the wheels. Purpose of that is just because I'm not going to get rid of that camper. It's got a defect. I don't want to sell it. It'll have a limited value to me back here as being a little garden shop. And that's it. This year we had lots of garlic down in this garden. It's coming back, but I didn't pull. So I'm going to leave that for as long as I can. Chicken coop and the compost pile back there are going to stay. What else? Yeah. So some of the other things I've gotten myself into is garden building, and I'm going to show some of the equipment. There's just 2 pieces here. This piece of equipment is called a power harrow. And as I look down, you'll see that it's got vertically mounted tines to do the tilling. And you can really accurately raise and lower that. Next to it is a rotary plow. It's just a big corkscrew, basically. And as it comes along, it does a pretty good job. It's called a ground blaster. It does that. Then over here we have the snowblower attachment that blows snow. It is an amazingly good snowblower, I give it that. Let's head back. Some of the other stuff I have is in the other area under one of my wagons. So we're just going to go back and we're going to give these girls some Cheerios. Hey ladies, how's it going? They seem a little excited for food, which makes me think they get food. So they got that. I'm gonna put that in my pocket now. And go in here. Take a look, make sure they have access to food and water. They should. Give them a tip. Got the electric water heater out. Well, there's food in here, but some of the new girls may not know it. Give that a shake. And then I'll get another food bowl and put it in here and put a scoop of food in later. But they're good, they have food. I see the water there, it's got some rain in it, so I'll let it rain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, they're all heads present and accounted for. So, let's head over here. We got the greenhouse. We did a major clean out. We'll go in there. Whew. Look at these guys. They want to know what I'm doing. We got the greenhouse wagon getting ready to be closed up. Just some stuff dumped in there temporarily. This is the, standard 2-inch wall. And the thing is about 20 feet long and 7 feet wide. Over here, not that it's really efficiently up on top of it, but, well, I'm not going to move it. This is the rototiller. It's just sitting there because I had it inside there and got in the way. I don't think this is going to open up. No, it's not going to open up. I'll add a picture of a BCS with a rotary plow. Excuse me, a flail mower. Maybe around this side. No, not really. It's snugged up. Oh, maybe not. Maybe right here. Well, it's kind of hard to see. And then the flail mower's up on the front. I'll say that that's not exactly what I was hoping, but it's keeping everything dry for now. I'm in the processes of putting up a Shelter Logic tent behind the garage. Frame's already up. I got to get the cover over it. What else we got going on? This is the chicken coop. Okay, let's head over to the greenhouse. So again, this is the selling wagon. This rolls in and out from the front yard. And I sell my tomato seedlings and veggies off of that. And the wagon that was inside the garage section in the back under that frame. It's one of the wagons I built. So we're going to head in here. Again, let me just back up for a second. Why would anybody want a 2-bay sink? The 3rd bay was cut out, or the drain. Well, you pick things up cheap when they're not exactly what somebody would want. So this came with the hole in here, and look at that. My sifting screen fits right over it. That was a good find. $100. This faucet works just fine. Everything out here, plumbing-wise, is just fine. I plan on putting this up on legs so that I have it at a good working height for me. I'm 6'3", so I don't want it to be standard height. I want it taller so it'll be comfortable for me. And in season, I'll use this for potting up or tray filling, seeding. Being able to work over here and have my mix of soils over here. Having a drain to get excess water out, if there is any. And then when I'm emptying it, if it's empty, I can flip it over to the side, clean it out, and reserve back as a sink. So when I have to do cleaning, I have a decent utility sink. We'll see that in the future. All right, so let's head in here. Coming up on 10 minutes. So the greenhouse is almost completely empty. What did I leave in here? Oh, I left some plastic. Yep, probably greenhouse plastic. Might be landscape. No, yep, landscape fabric. This stuff. The 3-foot wide, I think, version. 4 foot. And yeah, different size pots. That stuff will go in. So this is a modified Amazon.com greenhouse. Cross brace is something I added, made a big difference. As you can see, as I hold this up, this is sagging. Oh, there's lots of water up there too. It needs to be tightened up, but it worked, and it would hold that water. That's not that much water. Let me see if there's more over here, which there probably will be. Yeah, it's holding a little bit. We haven't had rain. I can't complain about it. We really just haven't had rain, so who knows what the heck the I don't know where I'm going to put that. All right, we'll go outside and put it someplace. I'm going to take the fans down, and we're going to take this plastic down in the next couple days. This was a scrap piece that, I'll come back in and I'll show you. It ends right here, somewhere over here. Can I tell? Yeah, roughly here. So it wasn't long enough to run the whole length, but instead of not having a use for it or cutting it up into smaller pieces, I took the existing, this green plastic mesh junk, and used it to be just my 2 ends. So there's zippers on each end of the one that it came with. All right, and I actually bought 2 of these kits because I wanted to join the 2 of them together. So instead of it being a 15 by 6.5 by 6.5, it's 30 by 6.5 by 6.5. It is not made to hold a snow load, so the plastic will come off. In the future, if I have an ability to, support it better, maybe I can make it so that it can hold snow for the winter. But at this point, I'm using it just to be a shelter in the spring, to keep a place from freezing. I plan on taking this and moving it this way. For when I need it, if I pull it all the way down here so that it's lined up with the side of the post over there, if I bring it this way, this section of yard is a lot less utility for me. If I slide this here, I can use this, and it's a good use for this spot. And it opens up the spot over there for other things. So more backyard for the dogs, whatever. So that's the game plan, is to move that this way and set it up so that these shelves and a majority of those shelves will be inside along the south or along the north side, so that, again, this is kind of a, if you can imagine, I'm kind of tall. The roof here comes down. That's, let me step forward. East is kind of that way, heads up and around this way. So in the evening, the roof here becomes the shade. But for the most part, it's not a factor. And at the time that it's going to become shade is when the sun will be at the highest, and I don't need it to be acting as much as a greenhouse then. I just need it to be not freezing. So I think I'll get much better use of it over here. What else? Let's see. The dogs love getting in there because there's all sorts of new smells, and they add a few of their own. I'm hoping to make the space that I have at the back end of that accessible from this end of our carport, so that I can come out of my house and be able to go to a garden that'll be out in this area over here, just enough for a table and 4 chairs perhaps. And then you'll have an opening to the greenhouse somewhere over here, so I can get in this way. Then I'll have the other end of the greenhouse over, well, it's going to line up with that post. So we're not coming the full length of that greenhouse. We're just coming from the back of the shed. This will slide forward to here, which is approximately 20 feet. So it'll slide everything 20 feet. This gate will be eliminated. Everything, the fencing here will be reworked. And we'll have it so that there's an empty space out there that I can easily get in and out of the greenhouse, instead of having only really one access. I put this way because I figured that the shed would give me a wind protection. Turns out I don't think I need it. I think that tree, the fence, other things have given me enough wind protection. In a real bad storm, well, I don't know, I wouldn't bank much on this, but it suffices for what I need. So that's it. Yard's cleaned up. It's a rainy day. We got 4 new chickens added to the flock. We've got some eggs again. I'm going to move the RV back there. And Greg, you know I'm talking about you if you've watched this far. Alrighty, folks. Dude, what are you doing up there? Huh? Get off there. I don't know. You all have a good day. Bye-bye. Hey folks, it's Bill from Iona Homestead. It's been a while since I put a post out, but I'm going to do a kind of a summary of the season and talk about some of the things I've been doing. Kind of a general overview of the homestead, so to speak. And let me flip this around and I'll start with where I'm at.